Kashi from his most recently released LP, that is for Fiona and Gary, who reckon I'll never play any Kashif on this show from his most recently released LP. Now, I mentioned a very good man who, in response to part of the show last evening, brought in tonight the Woody Woodpecker tune, Danny Kaye, which hopefully, with a little bit of luck, if you get me to the church on time and all that, we'll be playing later on in this show. Plus, he has sent me the biography of Roger Cook and Mr. Greenaway, who have written so many popular tunes in their time, and they still go on to do the same thing. Not necessarily together now. Anyhow, you know John Holman, you good boy. He sent me 2 books, but I didn't realise, John, that you actually wrote them. You know, I must have appeared real thick when you told me about these. Did I not show much interest? I think I didn't show any interest, and I apologise for that, because you didn't make it clear, I don't think anyhow, that you actually wrote the biography. Have a look at that. He's given me 2. Have a look at that, Caesar. This is John in Marlow Park in Strood. The history of Mr. Cook and Mr. Greenaway. How does he start off here? This biography, the history of Roger F. Cook and Roger J. Greenaway, has been gathered together over a period of 10 years from their early days with the Kestrels to the present, containing their journeys through the groups such as the Fortunes, David and Jonathan, and the Brotherhood of Man, the Pipkins, White Plains. Wasn't it White Plains that did Julie, 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 do you love me? Yeah, and Blue Mink. We played Blue Mink tonight in the old Banner Man. Yeah. 1956, Roger Greenaway started with the Kestrels, later known as 4 Kestrels. Yeah, and then they met together, Mr. Greenaway, Mr. Cook, and they got together with a few other people into Blue Mink and other bands too. The Fortunes. Songs released on the West One label, is that? What have we got here? All their various old tunes on the old Decca label. Well, thank you very much. I'll take that home and have a good old read about that, plus loads of facts too. I'm not sure if this is on sale, but he's put it together, his little book. What else is it? The Drifters. Page 30, Drifters. Cook and Greenaway became songwriters and the producers for the Drifters in the early 70s. The relationship lasted a good 6 years. They have been connected to all these songs. That's Roger Cook, Mr. Greenaway, You've Got Your Troubles, Sweet Caroline, Love Me, The Life I Lead, Save the... Did they write that? Save the Last Dance for Me. I know they've written so many. Something tells me something's gonna happen tonight. What else? Down on the Beach Tonight, Love Games, Kissing in the Back Row, Like Sister and Brother. So many. They were a good team. They're a good team, those boys. All right. Thank you very much indeed, John. 8 and 5 ones if you're in the mood for a chat. It's coming up for 6 minutes past 9 with the Lucas Show on BBC Kent. And here's Katrina.
Hello, Roddy.
Hello, Katrina.
I want to set a quiz.
And you're in Ditton near Maidstone.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember me. I used to ring you a lot when my mum was in hospital.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
That was about June.
Well, it's been a long time.
I know. I haven't been around. I've been working.
Have you?
Yeah.
What at?
Ditton Chip Shop.
Just
down the road from us.
Frying tonight.
The quiz is, what do you call 2 left toes on the right foot and 2 right toes on the left foot?
Oh, I'm not terribly sure. But say that again.
What do you call 2 left toes on the right foot and 2 right toes on the left foot?
You're crazy. You don't tell this to your customers, do you?
No.
Right, when we finish speaking, young Mark 2 would like a quick word with you. He'll take the answers, all right?
Yeah.
And that's line 1, young Mark 2. Okay. So you're still working at the chip shop?
Well, they told me, because I went away for Christmas, they turned around and said to me, if I ain't back the Saturday after Christmas Day, don't bother coming back. But I went to London, I didn't get back to you yesterday. So whether they'll have me back or not is another thing.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Why?
Well, because if I was your governor, were you working there full-time?
No, part-time, but we got told after 6 months working there, we were entitled to 2 weeks holiday.
Yeah, but you see, if I was your boss and I said to you, right, I'd like you back on the Saturday, and you didn't show up, I'd sack you.
We got no transport to getting home.
I'd still sack you.
Yeah.
That seems cruel, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know that.
Well, see, I suppose it's different if as I'm here full time, right? If
Yeah.
I said to my governor, I can't get in because I don't have any, I can't get in,
Yeah.
he'd say, well, I don't think that's very good because you can't show up late or not arrive in.
No, it's the first time I've had off work. I've been there all the time.
But couldn't you?
Well,
But what did you say to them before you went then?
I said to him about 3 months before that I was going away for Christmas, and is it possible I could have a couple of nights off work to go? And he said yes.
Well, they did give you a couple of nights, didn't they? Gave you what, Christmas Eve?
I only work Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
Well, they sound quite reasonable people.
They're nice.
But you're not going to leave it now, are you?
Pardon?
You're not going to leave it.
No, I'm not. I haven't.
Well, have you contacted them?
No, I go back into work Tuesday.
No, but you were supposed to be in Saturday.
Yeah, I know, but they said they'll contact me Tuesday, so that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I've got to wait till tomorrow.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you. What, you enjoy working in there?
Yeah, it's good. There's some nice people coming and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I hope it all works out.
Yeah.
I hope it all works out. So some people, they work for different places and they expect like the place to be sort of at their beck and call every 2 minutes. I won't be able to do that and I won't be able to do this, and people sometimes they don't show up for work. What do you expect? But that's not you, is it?
No, I always get on time and everything.
And what old chip shop's that? The old Ditton one?
A&D Fisheries.
A&D Fisheries. We wish them and all their customers a good 1986.
Oh, they will.
And you too, and keep on frying those chips.
Yeah, here, Roddy, can you say hello to my mate Jo for me? And say thank you to her for having me over at London at Christmas.
All right, would she be listening?
Yeah, most probably. She always does anyway.
Whereabouts in town does she live?
She just lives round the corner from me, Ditton.
I thought you said you were in London.
No, I'm not in London. I'm at Ditton now.
But you were in London.
Yeah.
With Jo.
I went up to London to her auntie's with her.
Oh, the auntie. What's the auntie's name?
Betty.
Auntie Betty and who's your friend Jo?
Jo Waldry.
Where does Jo work?
The chip shop with me.
Oh, right. Two chippies together. Do you wear the little hats?
Yes, they're horrible.
Well, I think they look nice.
Thank you.
I think, when you you walk into a place and the girls and boys, they got hats, and I think that's a little bit special. I like that.
Well, we got told anyway, if we had to have long hair before we started wearing hats,
Yeah.
we had to have our hair up.
Yeah, too right. That sounds like a good chip shop manager to me.
That's what we did. I used to wear my hair up because we had it long.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, I had it all cut off.
Well, that's even better.
So it's all short now. So
All you got to do now is go bald.
No.
You'll be the best chip fryer in the land.
No.
Thank you for ringing.
It's alright.
Good night.
Good night.
Isn't that awful when you can go into some shops and some restaurants, some cafes, it is awful. When you're going into, and I will say this, I have noticed it particularly with a certain brand of restaurant. You go in and the tablecloths are so scruffy. They should be changed. We've got a lot to learn from the Americans in this country, and I'm not saying the Americans are the best thing ever, but, when it comes to service, boy, have we got, a few things to look up to. Sloppy service, and it isn't always with the big chains as well. Sometimes it's the little ones, and there's a woman sat the other side with a fag hanging out of her mouth. Looks absolutely filthy. Some of them, you feel like saying, go and have a good old wash. But what's that old saying? Bar of soap doesn't cost you anything. Go and have a good old haircut. And they slop around. Yeah. And have you noticed? You're going to go on too long? No. Have you noticed when you go into some places and you don't want a certain thing on their thing, you say, could I have that instead? Oh, the commotion! You can't have that. It's not written down. It's not written down. But I would like peas instead of runner beans, please. You can't have that. No. Well, what's the matter with our service? But you're not having to go at anyone. No, I'm not. You're right, Bruiser. He's all right. At 811111. Keep reading. You like that, don't you?
It's really good.
He enjoys that. Keith!
Hello!
Hello?
Hello, Roddy babe, how are ya?
Oh, hello, Keith!
How you been?
I've been here!
How come you ain't ever bloody rung me then? Oh, sorry.
How come what?
How come you haven't rung me?
What do I want to ring you for?
Well, we all sitting here and and that, and no one's ringing us.
Ringing who?
We're a shop in sunny down Snodland.
Oh, in Snodland.
Do you know Snodland?
Of course I know Snodland. That's where Judge Dredd Mums lives.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think he lives here and all, doesn't he?
Sometimes he does. He's all over the place, his old Alex.
That's right.
But the thing about it is, why should I be ringing your shop? What do you sell?
I sell toilets.
You sell toilets? But I haven't got a call for a toilet. Don't want a toilet.
Have you got any burst pipes?
But no, I have not got a burst pipe.
Oh, blimey.
I've lagged all mine. I keep it well lagged. Keep all my pipes well lagged.
Why I'm ringing up is I'd just like to thank my staff of 2
Yeah?
for staying late tonight, because we got the old stock take tomorrow, you know what I mean, the end of the year.
What, a stock take on lose?
Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
And they all got their hands down the toilets, counting all the toilets.
Well, how many toilets have you got?
How many toilets we got?
Dear, oh dear.
I ain't got round... 500. 500 toilets we got at the moment.
500?
500.
You'll never sell that lot.
I know.
What's the most popular colour?
Ivory.
Is it?
Indian ivory.
I always like the lime green ones myself.
That's the worst colour green now. It's gone now.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's not in.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Nice pastel shade.
That's it. It's all the light... Yeah, that's right. The pastel shade. That's right.
That's
all
what...
The,
well...
Whisper pink and whisper grey.
Oh no, I always like a nice lime green one.
No, I'm afraid it's all finished now.
Don't like the black ones. Don't
They
like...
show all the marks.
Well, I don't like them. I like the pastel colours. I don't want, so I will go for a light pink. Definitely not.
Oh yeah, light pink. Oh, we got a light green.
Yes, I would.
Whisper green.
If I was in need of one of those, I would get one.
Well, when you're going to come down and see us, and come see all our bathroom, our new showroom down here.
You got the bathrooms as well?
Oh yeah, we do heating,
Bathroom suites. You do all that?
Yeah.
What's the most popular colour of bathroom tile?
Well, it's these Johnson's ones now. All them apple,
No, not the make, but the colour.
well, apple whites and apple greens.
Yeah. Do you know what I've got in mind?
Apple.
When I was tiling it just a few months back, apple green.
Yeah.
Well, the ones with the little flowers on.
That's it.
That's what's in my bathroom.
Why didn't you buy them from me? I'd have give you a good price.
Oh, because I went somewhere else and they gave me a lot of old lip.
Did they?
They did. Do you know what? Have I said this on the air? I don't think I have.
Yeah.
I went in, and I'm not mentioning any names, and I would prefer it if you didn't, okay?
Yeah.
To a well-known do-it-yourself store.
Yeah.
All right? Somewhere in the south.
Yeah.
I went in, and I spent a fortune on these tiles. I've never tiled before. You know, got them back, started tiling, and I'm like the bloke in the advert who's up all night. Not the quick one. I'm still there at 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I'm putting all these up, and I ran out. So I nipped in the car, went down while I was on holiday. I said, I'd like some more of those. She said, we ain't got any more of those. I said, pardon me? She said, I ain't got no more of those. I said, well, could you get some more? She said, I don't make them anymore. I said, pardon? She said, we don't make them anymore. I said, but excuse me, I've got a bathroom that's half tiled now. Yeah. She said, that's for some and I said to her, I said, but this is not good enough. Can't you ring around and get some? She said, no, we refuse to do that.
Yeah.
And do you know what she said?
Yeah.
She told me to get lost.
I know the place. I won't say it.
I had to take all the tiles down and put some new ones up.
You're joking.
No. It was absolutely abominable.
Dear, oh dear.
Well, and they're all, some of them are a little bit crooked, but for the most part they're all right. But you'd know about this.
Oh yeah.
You know the bit about around the bath?
Yeah.
Okay.
The tile trim.
Yeah, that stuff that comes out.
Yeah.
That like rubber.
Oh, silicone. Yeah.
That stuff. I've put all that lime green all around the bottom between the bath and the tiles.
Yeah.
Right. Get in the bath and there's cracks all around it.
Where'd you buy that? Same place?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Same place. I put that all around. Thought that looks very nice. Get in the bath and then it sort of comes apart from the tiles. It's like measuring 8 on the Richter scale with a little crack there.
Yeah. Well, is it a plastic bath you got?
No, it's one of those old ones.
Cast iron?
Yeah.
And is that moving?
Well, it was moving, but I put a block of wood... This sounds a right old bodge, Yeah. Billy Bodge on the go, that's me. I done a great lump of wood underneath it. It didn't rock, and it still doesn't rock. But, when I get in the bath, I can see that old crack getting up, and when I get out of the bath, it goes back to normal again. So what you're supposed to do, fill the bath up, sit in it, and then try and get all this stuff and put it around the tile,
No, you got to make sure. See, it's not. Although it is a very strong glue, it doesn't actually glue the bath to the wall.
Yeah.
You got to put your bath in, then you got to stand on all the four corners. If the bath moves at all, then you're just wasting your time. You know, you got to make sure the bath doesn't move before you put the silicone on.
Well, I made sure of all that.
You did, but there's a lot of cheap ones of them as well. You got to get Dow Corning's the best one.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of what they call mastics and a lot of ones that are not.
I had a right old time with these tiles. There's got to be a simpler way of putting up tiles.
I'll tell you what we've got down here.
Don't mention that. Don't mention any names.
No.
No, it's good, man. Go on.
What we got here is what they call a bath trim. That's plastic.
Yeah.
And that goes from the wall to your bath. Do you know what I mean? It's like an angle bead.
Oh, I know. I know.
So you screw that to your wall.
Yeah.
Or stick it to the wall. Then the water runs down there over the lip and then into your bath.
But you see, a lot of people have problems with their walls because a lot of them aren't made of brick.
Yeah.
Eh?
Well,
you try and put a picture up in our house, it falls off again because it's like hollow. All these modern houses.
That's it.
You jump on the, you walk across the front room and it's not got a proper base to it. It's all wobbly. It's like cardboard.
That's right.
Have you heard about houses like that?
Oh yeah, I used to live in one with just breeze block walls.
Well, I tell you, I don't know why they build these sort of houses like that. I suppose they do it on the cheap, no 4 houses in an hour.
There was no plaster, it was just breeze block both sides.
Well, I don't know what this is, but if you put a picture up or something, the nail just goes in, or the screw goes in. I never use nails.
Stub work, I think.
Whatever, and it goes straight all the way. You put your picture up and it falls back down again. And the trouble I had getting the other tiles off, it ripped off half the wall. I went into next doors practically. And these little things that you're supposed to space out the tiles with.
Yeah,
that's a right joke. They were falling off. I had to use the matchsticks.
Yeah, well, the new Johnson's one, them Lily ones.
Hey, don't mention the names.
No, don't mention them ones.
No.
No
names.
They're already chamfered.
What?
They're already chamfered.
Oh,
I'm on the telly.
I'm never going to do any more tiling. I had enough.
Anyway, could you...
then that was before I put the mirrors in.
What?
I put the mirrors in. Yeah, I got the mirror.
On the ceiling?
Eh?
On the ceiling?
No, not the ceiling, on the wall.
Oh, on the wall?
You know, from the same place. I bought these big square mirrors, you know?
Yeah.
About 15 quid each for they're 4 tiles would fit onto a mirror. So where I made a bit of a bodge up with some of the tiles because they were cracked,
yeah,
I whipped those off and put mirrors in between.
Oh, yeah.
So it looks quite nice.
I'll tell you, we said that they make a vanity bar.
Right. Ah, I got one of those. The same old problems with a bit of sticky behind.
That's it.
What you put the old towel on.
That's right.
Didn't work with me. Stuck that up. Stuck because I couldn't put a screw in it. Why couldn't I put a screw in it? Because the wall's no good.
That's right.
The wall's okay, but it's not a proper wall. So you put in the old screw in, and I'm thinking to myself, where's the old special glue?
Yeah.
So I've got the screw going in, and I've got the pumping the glue in, and it still doesn't work. Then I get the sticky... How'd you cut a tile? They said it's dead easy. Get this special cutter, go zoop straight along, score it, and go like a karate chop on it, and it's supposed to break, but it didn't.
Now, we got all tools for that here.
I had a tool for it.
Where have you been?
Well, I had a special tool. What's it made out of? You know, that special stuff. And you score along the top, don't you?
Yeah.
Then you're supposed to put it over a little block of wood.
That's it.
And tap it.
Yeah.
Crunch. I wasted about 7 of those. You should have seen that house. I just about had enough. And that was after I did the hall. Trying to wallpaper the hall with lopsided walls. Move that wallpaper up! I am! Move it up! What are you doing up there? Then I tried to get round by where you plug your plugs in.
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
Oh, that's easy, that is.
Yeah, you say it's easy. So I do this very professionally, okay?
Yeah.
Take the old lamp switches out and the fuse boxes and the rest of it, pull it out, and then put the wallpaper around it and do the old cutting of the paper.
Yeah.
Put it back in, then I've lost the bit where the screw should go in. So I've got light switches like hanging out.
Dear, oh dear, you let her come down here. We got all them down here, all spare screws we got.
I don't take down one of those tiles, the whole place will come down.
Will you say hello to my wife who's out in the shop out here?
I'll do that. Has she sold any toilets since we've been speaking?
Have you sold any toilets? Say hello, Sandra.
Hello, Sandra! Selling the toilets, we wish you well. And I want to... Keith?
And Stephen.
All right, have I worn you out, Keith?
You certainly have, mate.
Well, you're all right. Thank you for ringing here.
Been a pleasure listening to you. It's made our evening quite enjoyable down here.
Well, I'm pleased. You keep selling those pastel things.
You on again tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm on again at 9 o'clock tomorrow.
What, tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night at 9 through midnight.
We could still be here.
You better still do it. You keep counting those things.
Come down Snodland and see us sometime.
I will do that.
All right.
Thank you for ringing me.
I'd just like to mention Maidstone Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
Peter Pan Wall.
All right. Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.